Yeah, it's a little hard for me to see the screen because of the sun. It's a little bit better. Sweet home Indiana, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, where the sky's all so blue. Man, the sky looks great behind me. Daniel, what's up? That's like record time, bro. You fast, brother. What's up, dude? How's it going, man? It's a freaking beautiful day today. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the reactions, folks. Keep those coming. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you. Four, what's up? Been laying in bed all day? What are you? I guess you're off today. For Juneteenth? Hello, Four. What's up? Thanks for joining. How are you? The sky's beautiful behind me, guys. Look at that. Hey, what's up, Moon Squirrel? Thanks for joining. How are you? Ah, so beautiful out here, guys. Love it. Thank you for the reactions. That's what, yeah, you know what? It kind of does. Now I see that too. It does. It looks fake, doesn't it? Because there's been a couple times when I've been out back here on days like today, and people were like, is that a green screen behind you? Power Animals, what's up, dude? Thanks for joining. How are you? How it be, yo? Yeah. Now, hey, one of Daniel's photos that would be like, man, Daniel's photos take my breath away, honestly. Hey, what's up? MMA fighter, what's up? Thanks for joining. Thank you, Moon Squirrel. Waiting to get summoned into your doctor's appointment. Got you, dude. Well, thank you for being here. Hopefully, after your doctor's appointment, you can still hang with us. And MMA fighters, what's up? Thank you for joining. How's it going? I already said that. Please double tap your screens, folks, to like this live stream. Please and thank you. Zesty. Sure. We'll go with Zesty. We'll go with Zesty. Thank you, Moon Squirrel, for the happy poop. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's a lot of people that and you gotta understand that, where people are like, oh, that's fake or whatever, because with AI and stuff like that, you can make a lot of stuff that's fake. Happy poop is back, yes. Daniel just sent it too. Thank you for the happy poop, Daniel. Thank you, Moon Squirrel. Anushka, welcome. My country's U.S. I'm from the U.S. Where are you from, my friend? Thank you for joining. Happy poop is back. Happy poop is back. Is it Pride Month? For some reason, I thought that was February. I don't know why. I'm not Donald Trump. My name is Brian. No, I'm not. And you can't really ask that, so bye. Daver, I don't need any mods right now, but thank you for the offer. Got plenty of mods, that's for sure. And thank you to all my moderators, by the way. Donald Trump, petrol pump. Could probably guess what that means. It's kind of funny, but I don't really know. I'm not really gonna go down the Donald Trump whole thing. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. JD Vance. Touche. So today's live stream, thank you all for joining, by the way. If you guys are digging the vibe of this live, please hit subscribe, double tap those screens to like this live stream, and or click on that thumbs up button. Ding! Thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. So today's live stream is titled, What is your purpose? And that question could be taken a couple different ways, depending on how you look at it, how you view it. But I want to ask all of you, what is your purpose? And let's first start off with, what is your purpose in life? Do you know your purpose in life? Do you have multiple purposes in life? And guys, let's keep this civil here. Let's keep this, like, don't be an ass. Guys, I'm not going to get into political stuff about the U.S. Come on now, that's not what this live stream's about. Let's change the whole thing here. Yeah, what's up, John? Thank you for joining. Moon Squirrel says, I don't know if I have a purpose in life. Power Animal says, I wish I knew my purpose. You too, John. You have a nice day too, buddy. Thank you for joining. So, not sure of mine, says Daniel. Thank you. Another one, bath and dust. That's not a good feeling to have, Power Animals. I feel like if I have one, I'd probably drop the ball. Well, the thing is it's never too late. My belief, this is my belief only, is that everyone has a purpose, or maybe multiple purposes in life. And I don't think it's up to us to fulfill those purposes, but if we want to, I think if we want to feel at our best within, truly, wholeheartedly, that comes from fulfilling your purpose in life, or your multiple purposes in life. It's not everything, but it's a big part of everything. That's my opinion. So, Daniel says, I think I dropped the ball as well. I'm not doing what I want to be doing. Silent says, welcome to Silent. Says, Daniel, I feel that as well. I like coffee and tea. Daniel. So, um, thank you for all your comments back. Thank you for all your responses, folks. I feel like this is something to think about. And again, this is my belief system. And, you know, I'm not attaching it to religion at all. A bit of spirituality, I guess, is involved with all of this, but definitely. I think so. Moon Squirrel. I'm gonna read. So Moon Squirrel says, I think that question is a bit difficult to answer when internally there's overwhelming feelings, and that makes you feel inadequate. Yes. Daniel shares, purpose is not a destination waiting to be discovered. It is something you create through the way you love, work, and live each day. I love that. I just want to say real quick to Daniel, very specifically, that I feel, this is my feeling, and what I know of you so far, is that you are fulfilling at least part of your purpose in life. And I'll let you try to guess what I'm talking about. And I agree with you, Moon Squirrel, about what you said. That's, yes. The thing is I don't believe any of you, Moon Squirrel, Daniel, Power Animals, any of you guys are inadequate. That's for sure. None of you are inadequate people. You're all very, very, well, I think intelligent people, but also kind and generous and you're people that definitely have something to offer this world, for sure. And that's all of you that are in here right now. We all have the opportunity to be better and to make this world, this planet, a better place to live. It's whether or not we choose to do that or not. That's the thing. That's the difficult part, especially if you've especially if you were raised or brought up in a toxic environment. To change that mindset, to change that whole way of being and choosing love and I mean, we don't even have to go to love. Just being kind and compassionate for others. You know, it's tough. At least it's been tough for me. You're talking about materialistic things, Daniel. Those are materialistic things, and hey, dude, bravo for getting your master's degree. You're the man. That's awesome. That was incredibly difficult. I know. I got a bachelor's degree. That was incredibly difficult for me. So a master's, you know, I mean, I can only imagine. You really didn't. You haven't hit it yet, dude. You haven't hit it yet. and I was hoping that you would. But we mentioned it earlier in this live stream. Your photography, your art, your creativity. Think about it. But you have to believe in what you're doing. You have to believe that maybe that is your purpose. Maybe that is part of your purpose, or one of your purposes. Power Animals has the ability to make people laugh. Right? Maybe that might be something, that might be part of your purpose. Just because it's not going in the direction that it's supposed to, that you want it to, doesn't mean that it's not helping other people, because it's helping me. I love your photography. I love your art. And I'm not just saying that because, like, just to say that. I mean, there's no, like, you know, I don't really have any incentive to keep saying that other than you're my friend and you're a good dude. But other than that, I mean, you're very creative. You're a great artist. You're a great photographer. I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass, dude. You're great. I would go to the extent of saying that you're great at it. As far as I'm concerned. I don't know if anyone else, you know, check out Daniel's stuff on Instagram, please. Daniel, if you want to send your Instagram, by the way, link or whatever, the @ and everything, so that people can check that out, because it's great. Thank you. Have. Wait, did I miss something from Moon Squirrel? Sorry about that, Moon Squirrel. All right, Moon Squirrel, I just read what you wrote, and I'm sorry that I missed it at first. So Daniel just shared. Why did it just get so dark? Why did my screen just get so dark? I gotta get out of the sun. Hold on. I gotta get my phone to the sun. I think it's overheating. Hold on. It's definitely overheating. Sorry, guys. All right, there we go. All right. Okay. Hello, Stott. Welcome. Thanks for joining. So Moon Squirrel, is there one strength that you have that you can come up with, that you can say that you'd be willing to share with us here? Welcome from Russia. Thank you for being here, my friend. Welcome from Germany. Thank you for joining. Alice, what's going on? How are you? Again, everybody, if you guys are digging the vibe of this live, please hit subscribe, of course. Also, double tap your screens to like this live stream, or click on that thumbs up button. Ding! Thank you. I'm from the US. So Moon Squirrel, is there maybe one strength that you can come up with, that you can say about yourself, that, I mean, everyone's got strengths. No, I don't know that. Welcome from Iran, my friend. How are you? Moon Squirrel right now is like, yeah, I'm not coming up with nothing. Moon Squirrel, I could already think of like probably 2 or 3 things that are your strengths, and I've never met you face to face. And I mean that wholeheartedly. We all have strengths. We all have opportunities and weaknesses. Guys, just be weary of it, everybody, that we got a lot of people coming in to the live stream right now, so please be mindful of that. My moderators, if you guys, I can sleep really well. Daniel, this question goes for you too, man. Ah, that's a beautiful one. Thank you, Moon Squirrel, for sharing that. Listening. That's a huge strength. That's a great strength to have. I'm right outside of Philly. Daniel shares, purpose is not something you stumble upon. It is something you build quietly and deliberately from the things you care enough not to give up on. Dude, please save that one and please text me that one, please, Daniel. Whoa, freaking bee. Guys, all the other questions right now I'm not going to answer them because we're talking about something completely different, and I want to stay on this topic. So please respect that. Hello, Without. The topic is, what is your purpose in life? Or purposes? Let's stay on topic. Thank you, Daniel, for the text. I just said the topic. Thank you all so much for being here. Please double tap your screens to like this live stream and or click on that thumbs up button. Digging the vibe of this live, please hit subscribe. I'm glad you like it there, Sushi. Sushi, if you're willing to share, what is your purpose in life? Or purposes? Anybody? Thank you, Daniel. Your purpose is to go to the USA. All right. Oh, it's not my job to guide you. That's not my job. I'm gonna just go ahead and hide that just in case. Guys, let's keep things civil. Let's keep things copacetic here. Please behave. Moon Squirrel, listening is a huge strength, by the way. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of that person because they're annoying me. Thank you, Garg. Thank you so much for the compliment on my shirt. I gotta put more hairspray in. You know, listening is, for me, I love talking, obviously. So like getting into life coaching and stuff like that and being in the training that I was in, listening was a huge thing that I had to kind of really focus on and just sit and listen to other people when they were talking and be okay with silence. The problem is I seldom listen to myself. So your inner critic is what you're talking about, Moon Squirrel? All right, Libert. Thank you for sharing. Not gonna get into that stuff, Garg. Oh my god, dude, that's so funny. Sherry! Daniel shares, my purpose in life seems to be worrying about random things, petting cats that aren't mine, and counting down the days until football. That's great, dude. Hey, what's up, Sherry? Sherry! Please go ahead and double tap your screens, folks, to like this live stream. It's greatly appreciated. Sherry, you're just joining. Thank you for joining. You guys know I'm going to go in and fix my hair in a little bit because the wind is just driving it mad right now. We're talking about what is your purpose in life, Sherry. Oh, Sherry joined your live, Moon Squirrel. I got to join one of your live streams. You don't go live that often, though, right? I really don't join live streams that much anymore. I'd love to join yours, though. Sherry, come on now. Your purpose is a lot more than that, and I know that you got more in you than that. How long have we known each other at this point? Come on now. I'm not gonna lie right now, I look good. Minus my hair blowing all over the place, but I look good. My purpose is to look good. Actually, Sherry and I are married. Welcome from London, mate. What's up? My name's Brian Dark. What's up? Thank you for joining. If you guys are digging the vibe of this live, please hit subscribe. Also, please double tap your screens. Double tap those screens to like this live stream, and or click on that thumbs up button. Ding. Thank you very much. My name is what? My name is what? My name is Slim Slim Shady. Well, thank you, Moon Squirrel. I'm doing well. Jet, what up? Daniel. Bro looks like a mix of Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans. I wish. Not really. I like the way I look. Maria, you're making a bold prediction: USA versus Australia for the World Cup? Dang, really? No, Daniel, you can't say that now. No, it's not. It's all those other things that you mentioned. I'm just joking with you. Creativity and art, I don't think that's really like a purpose. I mean, it might be. I don't know. That might be part of your purpose. But like I think there's helping people is a huge thing for me. So when you said helping people, Daniel, I think that you are that type of person. You are definitely, you and I are very, are like, I swear we were separated at birth, man. It's insane. I mean, it really is insane how much alike we both are, um, in every sense. Like, we just look different. That's it. I mean, you know, but I, like you said, helping people. So yeah, but like, you know, you can help people in so many, there's so many ways to help other people. It's, it's infinite. You know, people come in here and they're like, how are you a healer? How are you healing others? And they're thinking of like, you know, Jesus Christ, like, you know, healing other people, like ailments and stuff like that. That's amazing that Jesus was able to do all that. I mean, beyond amazing. And I'm sure in plenty of other ways. But I I can't go up and heal your cancer or heal your wound or your broken bone. But maybe I can heal. I thought there was a bee on me. Maybe I can help heal what's in your heart, what's emotionally going on with you, or mentally going on with you. And those are wounds that a lot of people can't see. I can see them. I can see them almost instantaneously. And I can even see it in all of you guys. Now, it takes a little while for me to get to know all of you from, you know, commenting and being here. But I'd say I know Sherry very well. I know Daniel very well. I know Moon Squirrel very well. I know Four very well. Whether you want to admit it or not, I know you very well. I know Power Animals very well. I know no one else is coming to mind off topic, but I mean Romario, when he was coming in here, I knew him very well. Still do. Enough, I'd say. You know, you guys get what I'm saying. I can pick up on all that stuff, and I listen to all that. It's my intuition. It's you know, it's just in me. It's always been in me. I guess it's a gift. It is. And I'm not saying I'm above and beyond anybody, because I'm not. But what I am saying is that I do care about other people, genuinely. And genuinely. And my personality type, the type of person that I am, I actually want to lift others up. I don't want to knock people down. And unfortunately, I think nowadays especially, there's so many people that could be around us that are trying to knock us down for whatever reason. And you know, if we have that internal mind, that internal thinking, and that inner critic within us telling us that we're not enough and that we're not adequate enough, that's a real issue. We're not surrounding ourselves with the right people. And there's something planted within us that it's not our fault why it's there, but we have to do something about it. We have to fix it. We have to work hard at it to fix it. And if we don't, I'm sure you can see the domino effect that it can start getting worse and worse and worse as life goes on. Why do I know this? How do I know this? Because I was living it myself and still kind of am. Still pretty much am. And it's something I battle with all the time. It does make sense, Moon Squirrel. I agree with you, Logan, that if you need a validation from other people to get by, it's an issue. It's a problem. It's an issue. I agree with you 100%. But sometimes it's planted within us. And I even still need that sometimes. I've gotten a lot better at it, and I hope to get more and more better at that. But getting that validation from other people that you know you're never going to get it from, that is, it's a cycle and a loop of just the same crap over and over again. Oh, I know why it's there for me. I definitely know why it's there for me. And you know, I've been working really hard to rid myself of that. Julie, what is up? Thank you for joining. How are you, Julie? This stuff takes time, it takes work, it takes effort. You know, Daniel, you and I have talked, you know, and you've shared some stuff recently that I'm not going to share with others, but that, you know, you can fix. It can be fixed. It's gonna take time, it's gonna take hard work. But you gotta be committed to it. You gotta do it. I'm doing well, Julie, how are you? Even though you just said I'm doing okay. I feel like we should go back to sharing how we feel prior to the live stream. Like, not prior to it, but like in the beginning of it. So these type of issues, Logan, they can come from a whole bunch of different things. It, you know, a toxic family upbringing, bad family dynamics, bullying growing up, you know, any kind of PTSD trauma type situation, especially over a long period of time, will do it. But there is something in you, Moon Squirrel, that wants to be seen, because you do go live. You live stream. I noticed that you don't show yourself. I'm not saying anything against that at all. It's just something I observed from past. I've gone to your channel and I do watch your shorts and everything like that. I don't always comment, but I like, and I really do like. I really enjoy your YouTube channel, Moon Squirrel. Like, wholeheartedly love your YouTube channel. I believe there's something within you that wants to be seen, though. There is something within you, and it's all positive. It's all good, great things. But I believe there's a lot more in you that you can show the rest of the world and help the rest of the world, potentially. I do know that I'm lucky to be born in America, yes. I do understand that it's not like that in the rest of the world. I do understand that, yes. And thank you for being here. Oh, I'm glad to hear that you're doing okay, Julie. It does look fake behind me. With the clouds especially, like when the clouds are in there. Look at the clouds. Look how like puffy and look at that. Let me try to get from that angle. With that puffy cloud. Abu, what's up? Thanks for joining. Hello, Reed. Welcome. Thank you for joining. How are you? Once again, folks, if you're digging the vibe of this live, please hit subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, double tap those screens and or click on that thumbs up button. Ding! To like this live stream. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. From the US. Where are you from? That's a great point, Logan. That's a great point. And that's you know that's the real scary part about it all. It's about how we feel within more than anything. But you know, there's another part of it all of yeah, I'm not gonna get into all that right now, but that's a great point. And Logan, welcome back, by the way. Thank you for joining again. It's nice to see you here again, my friend. I hope all is well. And thank you for your great insights. Look at that little puffy cloud. Puffy cloud, puffy cloud, puffy cloud. That does look fake. Great to see you again, my friend. You know, nature has the ability, just in general, like look at the sky, like behind me. It's the sky. It's there already. Go outside if you're feeling like down. If you're feeling like just not yourself, you just go outside. Go outside. Look up at the sky. Enjoy it. Look at the trees. Feel the wind blowing on your face. Feel the sun beating down you. The sun is like beating through the clouds right now, right, as we speak. And just be present. Thank you for sharing, Daniel. Love that too. Just got my hair trimmed up the other day. I had to do some work back here to cut it up, but I had to also do some like right here, just little tiny things. But right here is like the worst. Look how long that is. And then just right down here just a bit. I gotta thin it out. That I love hearing that, Moon Squirrel. I'm so happy that that's part of my life purpose, what you just said. So it's so I want to say crazy but not, that I don't often feel the need to reach out, but anytime I have since I've met you, here you are with words that erases my mind and brings me back to myself. So it always comes back to yourself. And I'm so happy that you shared that, and I'm happy that I am able to bring that out in you. Because, and the reason I think it's my natural personality that's able to do that, but also I believe it myself. It's what's worked for me in my healing journey and in my own life so far. And like believing in yourself, which I wouldn't say I'm fully there, but I at least I have self-acceptance. I am self-aware enough. I am, self-love and self-care. I've gotten better at that. Still pressing forward with all of that. It takes time. It takes a lot of work when you've been beaten down so much. And the fact of the matter is it's okay. You have to take as much time that you need. You have to be patient with yourself. I often end my live streams and my videos with, I'm gonna leave you guys with what I always leave you with, that is, of course, be kind to others, but most of all, be kind to yourself. It's no, there's a reason behind all of that. It's to remind myself, to remind all of you, to please practice compassion for yourself and kindness for yourself in whatever it is that you're going through right now. Because it's what I need to hear, what I need to say out loud to hear, and what I think a lot of you need to hear and comprehend. And if I say it enough times to myself and out loud to myself and to all of you, maybe it'll set in, because I think it's that important. No, I'm not leaving yet. I was just saying what I normally would say to the end of the live stream. See, honeybees, the normal honeybees have been around me, and I just look at them. They don't even come to sting me. They're just pollinating. They're just doing their thing. But wasps, they're a whole different freaking story. The devil brought them to this planet. There's no point to them. There's been honeybees that have been, and they just very gracefully like move right on. They're not trying to hurt anyone. They're not trying to, they're just doing their thing, and they're a huge part of nature. I don't hurt them. I don't kill them. I'm not afraid of them. But it's the wasps, the yellow jackets, and the straight up wasps and hornets and stuff that I'm terrified of. Moon Squirrel shares, it's funny, they ask where do the strong turn to when their strength wavers? And my answer is here. That is a very special thing for me to read. And I'm tearing up. Oh boy. What's up, William? Welcome. I'm alright. How are you? Tam? Wasps don't pollinate. They don't pollinate. They don't pollinate. At least in my world, they don't. They're the devil. Wasps, mosquitoes, beetles, screw them all. You don't like moths? See, I mean, moths are annoying when they're like around light, but other than that, they don't really like, they're not gonna hurt you, they're not gonna sting you or anything like that. I mean, beetles can't either, but beetles just, they just like, hang on, I just gotta wipe my eyes real quick. And it's okay. Let's put my sunglasses on. Monster mental. Can't talk to those dudes. My ex-girlfriend had like a phobia with the centipedes bugs. They were always like getting into her. It was like our old apartment complex, but she moved back in there later on in life. And I was like, Janine, like, you knew that this was a thing, like that they're. And she's like, she's freaked out by them. I'm like, they're not gonna hurt you. They're not gonna do anything to you. And she got so bad where she was like, she got so, it was so bad that she was like putting poison and stuff like in her apartment because she didn't want to see them. She was so afraid of them. And when she was doing it the one night, when she was putting the poison out and doing all that stuff, I was like, Janine, stop. Look at me. When you're doing that, don't look the centipede in the eye as you're killing them. And she just started dying laughing. And like, I think that broke the mold for her a little bit, where she was like not as afraid of them. Dude, I don't care about that. I'm afraid of wasps for a reason that I have never, I don't think I've ever shared it full blown here, but as a child, I had a sting by a wasp in an area that you don't want to get stung in as a man. For sure. And it hurt really bad. Like it was bad. It flew right up my shorts. Yeah. And then 4, naturally, you know, I'm like, as a kid, I'm like, ladies, because it was all swollen. I'm like, ladies. Just kidding. I can't remember if it was like, well, my mom would probably know because I was with her and I started screaming. Like, that hurt so bad. I can't remember if it was on the actual, like, thingy or the boys. I'm pretty sure it was on the thingy. And it's just like, you know, it's such a sensitive area, obviously. And it's just, it hurt like hell. And man, because I was having a good time that day too. We were at a fireman's competition, watching a fireman's competition at a park. Then got stung like I was taking a nap at my dad's house, and I got stung right here on the forehead, and I woke up later on. Like it was pretty much instantaneously. My eye swelled completely shut, and I went downstairs, and my stepmom was just like, "Oh my God!" She was freaking out, and I was like, "Dude, you're like," she was making me like. I thought like I was gonna die by the way she was reacting. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. But my eye was bad. I went into the bathroom and looked at it before I went downstairs. I was like, I mean, I'm gonna talk about like Sloth from the Goonies. It was bad. Do I look like a tool bag wearing these sunglasses? I hope so. Definitely a good reason to hate wasps. Yeah. I've gotten stung like a lot. I've gotten stung a whole lot. Hey, you guys. Yo, remember how it started off with like the clouds behind me? Look at all of it now. Look at that. That's so cool. I ain't got no sugar in my blood, man. So, good news about the chili plants, or plant. Actually, let me go see. It's in a pot now. It's been taken out of the garden because it was looking bad. It was looking really dead. But let's see where it's at now. I think this is it. Yep, I think that's it. That's it now. Nice and green. There's no smell to it. I think that's it. I think that's the one. This is the cherry hat plant. My mom told me that the other day. This is the strawberries. This is the tomato plant. It's doing awesome. Look at this thing. And I think tomatoes, she said, are already growing on it. Let me see if I can spot them. Yep, they are. They're right there. They are growing. So that's cool. I do look like I could be Miami Vice. I agree. Rosemary. Made some rosemary chicken the other day. That was in the rotisserie. That was, I mean, it like smelled the whole house up beautifully. What else do we got? Oh no, this is the chilies right here. That's the chilies. What is it? Fully restored. Looking, I mean, they were like, I mean, the leaves were drooped down. They look so much better now, and they got taller, for sure, which is great. And I'm gonna show you guys the garden again. Give you guys the update on the garden back here. We haven't been getting a lot of rain lately, though. In the past couple of weeks, we haven't gotten a lot of rain. Like we weren't, in May, it was raining nonstop. But, yeah, so we got peas. Peas are really coming in. They're really wrapping, it's gotten huge. Wrapped all the way around this. And then we got the tomatoes, and the cherries are starting to come in. The cherry tomatoes. Starting to come in, and this is, I think, the bigger ones, the bigger tomatoes. So they're definitely starting to come up big time. And at this point, from what I remember in the past 2 years, these tomato plants are going to, and the peas plant is just going to skyrocket at this point. Like within the next like 1 to 2 weeks, these are gonna get huge, and the tomatoes are gonna start coming off like crazy. So getting to that point. So my guess is in another week, these are gonna be absolutely massive. Like meaning like up to here. The actual like plants, and the tomatoes are gonna just be really coming in. The cherries definitely. So that's cool. Oh, Moon Squirrel, this is your first time seeing the garden? Now, I want to point it, Mama Dukes is the one that takes care of the garden. But I help water whenever I can. But she's got like an irrigation system now. I got to come out of the sun because the sun's poked through the clouds. Hold on 1 sec. Let's just move over here a little bit. There we go. There we go. Right here. And there we go. Clouding up a bit, but we're not supposed to get any rain today. Anytime it rains, folks, it's a great thing. You know, rain is a great thing. Thank you for the chili, Daniel. Great. Oh, touche, my friend. Thank you for the chili. I hope they come out, man. I really do. I hope they come out, and I hope that the cherry hots come, because I like to put those cherry hots on my pizza. And my buddy potentially wants to meet up this, Sunday. I haven't seen. He bought a brand new house, his first house. I'd like to go over and check it out, and I'm hoping that I can get over there and check out his new house, but also live stream from there and make some pizza with you guys. Thank you, Moon Squirrel. Yeah. I don't think he'd get on camera. He's very introverted. My buddy Brandon, but he's a good dude. He's a great dude. But if I can get him on camera, that'd be awesome. Because he's really cool. And he'll go deep. He'll go deep. Like, you got to get him at the right moment, but he'll go deep, man. He'll talk about stuff, and like, and he'll be honest. He'll be like, man, I don't know about that. He's like, he's just a real chill dude. He really is a cool dude. He's chill, yo. So I guess, Daniel, you're off for Juneteenth today? Juneteenth is the celebration of the end of slavery here in the United States, which is absolutely something to celebrate, for sure. Notable movies for me. I go to movies a bit, but I bet the end of slavery. That was a huge part of our history, and I think I just can't believe that this country, that we actually did that, but we did, and it can't be forgotten. But at the same time, freedom is something that should not be taken lightly in general. I have the freedom to be here with all of you, live streaming and talking about things that I want to, within reason. That's a beautiful thing. Free to be your own human being, to do what you want to do, to fulfill your purposes in life. And everyone should have that right, regardless of your skin color, regardless of your sexual orientation, regardless of your nationality, your ethnicity, however you want to say it. Everyone has that right, in my opinion. What's up, user? I'm great. How are you? Thanks for joining. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the reactions. That's how I know Moon Squirrel's still in the house. Moon Squirrel makes it rain reactions. Go, Moon Squirrel. Go, Moon Squirrel. Go, go, go. I really appreciate that. It's my Philly accent. I really appreciate that. Not that, that. You know, on a live stream, I want to do some cheesesteaks, like some homemade cheesesteaks. That. It's like, no, it's like D-A-T. Let freedom ring. We freaking lost Sherry. Yeah, that works. That. The Philly accent's very lazy. Yes, like true dat. Yes. Yeah, true dat. That's Philly. True dat. That's natural for me to like my accent. It's a South Philly accent. The South Philly accent is, because Delaware County is where I'm from, born and raised. That's South Philly. Yes, Abraham Lincoln. Yes. And it, like, I know other people have whatever beliefs and mindsets that they have, but you wouldn't want to be enslaved yourself. You wouldn't want to be treated that way. So why the hell would you support or treat others in that way? That doesn't make any sense. And the reality is that the way forward is realizing things within yourself. Like, why do I not like that race? Why do I not like that person? Why do I not like that sexual orientation? Is it something about me? Or how I was raised? And how can I fix that? Because everyone deserves. Everyone has rights, but everyone deserves to be treated the same way, regardless of anything else. And if you think otherwise, there is something wrong with you. I'm just gonna say that straight up. There is something definitely wrong with you. Because we were all put here on this planet. And regardless of your religion, your spirituality, your beliefs, your values, your skin color, your sexual orientation, I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. We have a responsibility to get along, treat one another with respect, at the very least. And, dare I say, become friends, acquaintances, whatever have you. You may be surprised by reaching out to someone that you have never reached out to before because of your beliefs and values and however you were raised, and if you're white and you reach out to someone who's black, who's African American, who's Hispanic, who's whatever, Asian in some way, sense, or form, who speaks a different language, who maybe is homosexual. And you may be surprised by how much you actually get along with that person and how much you have in common. Not in that same sense, but plenty of other things. And that's what it's all about. You're limiting yourself incredibly by not allowing others in your life because of sexual orientation, gender, color of their skin, nationality, ethnicity, all that kind of stuff. You're limiting yourself. You're limiting your life in a huge way. And you are. And it may have nothing to do with you, like personally, but have everything to do with how you were raised. That's how it was in my situation. And we all have a choice in life. We all have free will. We all have choice. And I choose to love everybody, no matter what. No matter what. So today, I celebrate Juneteenth. I celebrate the end of slavery in this country, in the US, and hopefully everywhere around the world, because it's just insane. It's wrong. And we're all equal. Faux show. And that's all I got to say about that. Moon Squirrel, you're saying it as if you only have one strength. We all have multiple strengths. But I love that you're sharing, and I love that you're thinking about your strengths now. Love is definitely one of your strengths, that's for sure. I mean, I think your strengths are. I could list even more than 3. You've touched on 2 huge ones. Yep, definitely. Yeah. And the thing is when we know our strengths, or when we get comfortable with our strengths, no one else can convince us otherwise of those strengths. They can try to, but we just gotta look at those people as like, okay, I see what you're trying to do. Because that's something within you. You're messed up. There's something wrong with you. And there is something wrong. There is other things wrong with other people, just like ourselves. It's okay. It's okay to say that to yourself. I wouldn't confront them about it if you don't have to, because why even bother? But yeah. Yeah, there's like sticks and branches down everywhere, man. From the wind the other day. You should have seen that. You see that? Oh, that came down in Janine's yard. Over there. People think that the background is fake here. The sky and the clouds and everything. No, I can do that if needed. It's freaking beautiful out here. Daniel says hi, Mom.
Hi, Daniel.
I showed them the garden. I already did. And I showed them the plants and everything, and the chili peppers coming back. Moon Squirrel says hi too. I don't want to give her too big of a head. I just did. She walked away already. Why do you guys think that I brought up about what your life purpose is? Why do you think that why do you think that I think that that's so important? Enough to bring it up. And I mean, it's gonna be a topic again and again because I think it's that important. But, and I also think that your core beliefs and values is huge as well. Strengths and strengths, and I don't want to say weaknesses because that's not, opportunities is what I like to call it. Strengths and opportunities is important as well, but it goes in that order, I think, for me. Because you love us, of course. But there's a lot more to it than that. And again, I base a lot of the stuff that I've gone through and that you nailed it, Moon Squirrel. You freaking nailed it. Ding, 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 ding. Moon Squirrel wins the prize of the day and the night. Yep. That too, Julie. All of the above. But Moon Squirrel pretty much nailed it. And the reason that Moon Squirrel most likely nailed it is because Moon Squirrel felt it. I'm a feeler type person. Feeling is emotions and feeling is huge for me. And I pay very close attention to how I'm feeling and what I'm feeling and why I'm feeling that. I've been programmed that way since therapy and like lots of therapy and lots of life coaching and stuff. And it's been huge for me because I am a feeler type person. You know, I'm an ENFP, and part of my personality is feeling. Feeling is a big, huge part of me. And when I'm not feeling and when I'm not paying attention to how I'm feeling, it's a real issue. Feeling for others is easy for me. That's nothing. But feeling for myself, that's a whole different story. And it's a lot to take on. You know what I mean? Both. But as we start to get healthier, as we start to hone in on our purposes and our strengths and our weaknesses, opportunities, and our core beliefs and values, we start to discover more and more about ourselves. And we start to feel more comfortable in our own skin. We start to feel we can accept ourselves more. Not only accept ourselves, but like actually believe in ourselves and maybe make a difference in this world. Dumpster Fire, thank you so much for joining. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. And, you know, if I were having this conversation with a neighbor or my mom, then most people would be like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? I gotta get away from this guy. But you guys don't. There's a reason for all of that. It's because a lot of us, the majority of us, are very similar people. How we think, just how we are. And I think a lot of us have similar, and if not like the same core beliefs and values and purposes in life, maybe, and strengths and opportunities. And that is something that creates a community of people. That's something that all of those things combined, the similarity, it's just, that's what community is all about. That's what support's all about. Compassion, creativity, connection, equal community. Figuring out your life purpose, or multiple life purposes, or what your purpose right now for the week is, for the second, for the minute, for the hour, for the day, for the month, for the year, whatever it is huge. It's just something to think about. And if you decide, my purpose, I don't really care about that. I don't think that's part of life. That's fine. But if the opposite were to happen, and you're like, I'm gonna look more into this. I'm gonna feel more into this, and you know, and it helps you, and it works. F yeah, man. I feel like it will work for at least some of you. It's something to think about, and think about not just like, okay, I thought about it, okay, done. No, sleep on it and then some, and really feel into it, and think about like, you know, why am I still here? Why was I put here? You know, it goes above and beyond like, well, my parents got together and they decided tonight was the night. You know, it goes way beyond that. It's like, well, now what? I'm here now. Why am I here? And I mean, especially as you get older and older, at least for me, why am I still here? Why am I still here? It's not like, you know, it starts to change that mindset of like, oh my God, another day. It's like, it makes you wake up and you're like, another day. Another opportunity to reach more people, to connect with more people, to spread love and kindness, compassion. It's another day. And that is something that nobody can take away from me. Me starting this channel, this YouTube channel, was huge, and it still is. I can go anywhere with this channel if I wanted to. I can take this channel wherever I want to. I have had plenty of emails for collaborations and ad potential and stuff like that. There's a reason that I don't ignore them. Some of them I'm like, okay, whatever. But like, I'm just not into the video thing. I'm more into live streaming. And I don't think a lot of those, like, I can email some of them back that I believe in, but like, would you be open to me saying something in my live stream? But that, I'd have to really believe in it. I'd have to really see the benefit to all of you, my friends, my community of people, to put stuff like that out there, to make money off of it. You guys know what I'm saying? Like, like I'm not gonna just be like, oh yeah, this gambling website, go do that, because that was a huge mistake in my life. I would never advertise for that. I don't think you should gamble at all. I think it's stupid. I think it's extremely toxic, and I think that it should not be being advertised and stuff like that. And there's certain things I just would not support, but there's other things, a very small amount of things that I actually would, for all of you guys. And it's like, to get offers from those places and those things, that's tough. And then to set that up and to do it through a live stream, that's a whole different thing. Uh, I really don't. I can make videos and then post them, but I don't know anything about, I don't know a lot about editing and stuff like that. I feel comfortable making videos, like pre-recording them and whatever, and then posting them. I'm comfortable enough with that, but I feel so much more comfortable in this type of environment, speaking like to all of you directly, actually connecting with people that are commenting back, that are actually here watching me and listening to me, than I do through a camera, pre-recorded, editing it, and then posting it. That's just me right now. That's just how I am right now. But the reality is I could, but I'm an in the moment type person. I know that about myself. I speak from my heart in the moment more than anything. To sit here and record something and then post it, I've done it before, but it just doesn't feel as authentic for me. The live streaming thing feels very, very authentic. It feels like I'm being myself no matter what. And especially when you get into editing and stuff like that, because like then you're doing cuts for the edits, and then it just spirals from there. And I really like, when I'm a gigantic YouTube user, guys. I've made that very clear. I watch YouTube and use YouTube all the time. I love YouTube. I just don't want this channel to get to the point of where it's just ads, and it's just, because I don't like that crap. I don't like when ads pop up. I don't like YouTube, I'm sorry to say, but like, you're getting a little ridiculous and overkill with ads and everything in general. Like, even when you go down to like, when you're watching a video and then it does suggested videos underneath, and you go to scroll, even if you're like in the middle watching that video, or at the end of it, that another ad pops up and then you have to hit the X. That's ridiculous. That, to me, is really, really interrupting the user experience on the platform for no reason. It's so interruptive. It's so like, why would you want something? Why do that? Like, there's already plenty enough ads within the videos and stuff like that. You're already making plenty of money off of that. Why do you have to? You're ruining the. That's really, really like interruptive. And I don't want that for my channel. I just don't want that for my channel. I don't want to be part of that. And I get it. Like, everyone wants to make money, but like, you guys are making money regardless. Let's try to like, let's try to like meet somewhere in the middle, and you know, we can all help one another out. But you know, the ads, and some of the ads are like, you can't even skip them. I don't want to sit there for a 15-second ad. I don't. I'll do it because because I want to watch the rest, but like I don't want to. And there's just a couple other things, but whatever. I'm not gonna get into all that. Daniel, you've said that before, man. Hey, listen, if you want to start a channel on YouTube, you'll do it. And if you don't want to, you won't do it. But the thing is I think YouTube, for me, stands for something bigger than just making money and it's a place where like we're able to have a platform on an international level to reach the entire world potentially for free and spread kindness and love and all the things that we want, hopefully that we want to do. It's a vehicle to take us wherever we want to go, and that's amazing. But I think there's a fine line between wanting to make money off of your content and what you're live streaming and stuff, and what is right and what is better for others. And you know, they ask for my feedback sometimes. I just ignore. I just click out of the surveys because I feel like my voice is not being heard. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like when you're watching a video and then you go to the suggested videos underneath, and like then you have to, like this thing pops up where you have to click the X out. It's like, why is that popping up? I'm trying to look at the suggested videos, and you're just gonna pop up a screen in front of me to distract me, and like it's just, you know, talk about ADHD and like having to like constantly be like dirt. You're just destroying the user experience. I mean, big time. For me, at least. From when I first started using YouTube, which was years upon years, decades ago, to now, the user experience is just way down, way down. Not to mention all the like they're loading, and you have all these issues. It's like I'm trying to. It's like, what is going on? All right, Moon Squirrel, thank you for joining. You got it, Moon Squirrel. Thank you for joining, and take care. I didn't even think about dinner. I gotta do something for dinner. Oh, actually, I have leftover Chinese food. We got Chinese food earlier, and I didn't really. I got it. I was so hungry at first. I started eating it. I got General Tso's chicken and rice and stuff, and I just got full real quick. Moon Squirrel, have you ever seen, you don't have Instagram, do you? To see Daniel's Instagram? Because that's where he posts his photography. I know you'd love it. I know you'd love it. I know anyone here would love it. Like, I'm serious. Like, it's so good. I don't mean to make you feel awkward, Daniel, but it's so good, dude. You don't have Instagram. Yeah, unfortunately with YouTube, it's, you know, YouTube's a more of a video platform. But I was saying to Daniel, like, you know, you can create like shorts of wherever you're at, you know, on your phone. Just pull your phone out, keep it, Daniel, keep it vertical for short material, record a snippet of it, You know, maybe like 12 seconds, 15 seconds, and do a couple of them. Do a couple takes. It takes real quick, and then you can start just doing shorts on a YouTube channel. And you can title them whatever you want. I can help you out with all that. That's if you want to connect with a lot more people, though. Than just Instagram, because I believe your photography deserves way more than just Instagram. I know it would do well on YouTube. You just, you just got to try it. I mean, just try it, man. I say do it. I say do it. And you want to, you're a highly sensitive person, Daniel. You want to try to capture sound as well. So like you guys can hear all the birds chirping and stuff like that. So not only do you get the visual behind me and everything, but you're also getting the sound around me. You want to try to capture that as much as possible. And that's a whole, now you're getting into a whole different art form in a sense. Like you're using, visual photography, but also, sound as well, which, it's great. And, it even if you don't get the sound, just capture some stuff, capture like even a swinging of the thing, of the, the moment, that's huge. It's so simple sounding to me, because that's what I usually do. Which brings me to, I haven't been to the park in a while, but I'd like to get back there soon. I want to find a waterfall, like a significant waterfall. I would like to try to get back to the one park that's not, it's like 10-15 minutes from here. It's not a waterfall, but it's like a dam. It was built as a dam, and then it also is a waterfall at the same time. The only thing is I'd love to live stream there. I think I'd have service there for sure, but it's a heavily, like, I wouldn't say like heavily traveled park, but it is, that particular spot in the park is the most popular because of the dam, the waterfall, and these massive rocks that go all the way across, that you can cross across the creek as the waterfall is falling. It's perfect. It's perfect. But the sound of it, the roar of it, and just like, the sight of it is beautiful. And I could easily get that in the background, but I have to get there at a time early enough in the morning where there's not a lot of people there yet, so that I can live stream, so that it's not constantly interrupted. Because if I set up on that rock, on one of the rocks in the middle, people are going to be walking across. That's their footpath, so I can't interrupt that. So I'd like to get back there to do that. The press, what's up? Welcome. Thank you for joining. How are you? I'm thinking maybe a hot dog or so for dinner. Something simple. Or the leftover Chinese food. I was kind of disappointed with it this time. I'm not gonna lie. It was just drowned in like sugary, like, sauce. And I might spice up the rice a little bit. That's what I'm kind of in the mood for, some rice. Maybe do like some fresh onion in it, and like kind of refry it myself, and then put like a little bit more, like some soy sauce in there, and maybe even a little bit of spring onion from the garden. been live for 106 minutes. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for all the likes. Nice. Be right back, guys. I have to use the bathroom. Oh my God, steak tacos. That sounds amazing. I've been wanting tacos so bad. That sounds so good, Moon Squirrel. What would that be in Spanish? Steak tacos would be, oh man, dang it. Carne? Is that carne? Carne asada? Or is that, I think polo is chicken. I'm trying to learn some Spanish and some Italian. Spanish and Italian are very similar. Obviously, that's not a great example of me learning. Carne asada is steak. Yeah, nailed it. Polo is chicken. Nailed it. Carne asada. You do speak Spanish. Well, hey, I did a good job there. Carne asada. I knew that. Woo! That's a bumblebee. That's okay. You're okay. You're not gonna hurt me. You speak 8 languages? That is wild. Holy crap. I've used the bathroom. Be right back, guys. And I'm gonna have to charge my phone soon. You're studying Swedish. Nice. That's awesome. All right, I'll be right back. Enjoy the sounds. I'm gonna have to figure out charging soon. Just right in the middle of the yard right now. It's 6 o'clock. We're on a Friday. It's beautiful out, folks. I do have some more lawn cutting to do here. I gotta cut the rest of the grass. Doesn't look that long, but it's got to get cut. I got the lawnmower right. Where is it? There it is. I started to cut the grass, and then I was like, I'm gonna go live. Then I changed and kind of cleaned up a little bit. I got to cut at least the rest of the back here, and then the side here. And I'd like to get, I don't really have to do my neighbors today. I did some of hers earlier. My grass is where the wild things are. Really? It's that long? Yeah, what's up with your shield? Thank you for joining. How are you? What is going on? Wait, Moon Squirrel, did you mean you have to mow faux show? I gotta fix my hair too. I gotta use the bathroom, guys. Getting another water, and I have to use the bathroom. And fix my hair. Look at that, sticking straight up. Oh, shiz on my nizzle. True that. That's a bummer. With your shield. can't imagine having to cut grass before lawnmowers. Tell me there's something about Mary Poppins. That movie was on the other day a couple times. That's a great movie. What a great movie. Something about Mary. All right, let me go use the bathroom real fast, and I want to take a quick break with your shield. Everyone, don't go anywhere. I know Moon Squirrel, you have to go make dinner. Stick around, guys. It's gonna be about 5 or so minutes before I come back, so I have to get another water, use the bathroom, fix my hair, and look into the food situation, but I will be back. So don't go anywhere. I'm gonna leave the sound on. I gotta figure out charging too. Yeah. Took care of some of the issues. Well, most of them. This is one. I'm gonna sit this. Got that. Then. That. Present company excluded. This live stream brought to you by Cheez-Its Pepper Jack. Your husband sounds like a moron. I'm sorry, but I'm just being honest. He probably whooped my butt with this shirt on, but I'd fight back. He's probably just one of those guys that just doesn't realize what he has in you and his family. And hopefully he comes to that realization soon. These are good. No. Bye. Yeah. It's not men. It's just that man. I think we've seen a common denominator here with your shield at this point. Unfortunately. It says pantry size on this Cheez-Its. How did they know the size of my pantry? These are good. Hello? Is there anybody out there? I surely hope Sherry's okay. She seems very, very distracted with a lot of work. I think she's overworking herself. A lot. For her age, too. I'm just, thinking that that's what she has to do. And, you know, there's a lot of people out there there's a lot of places that will take advantage of someone like that. Oh, fajitas sound amazing. That sounds great. Casper, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Thanks for joining. Extra cheesy? I've never tried those. Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its are awesome. They're so good. These are the pepper jack ones. I'm doing well, my friend. Thank you for joining. Chicken fajitas sound amazing. It's a great idea, man. Damn. Chicken fajitas. Hold on. That's a great idea. We're gonna do some chicken fajitas one night live. Live. Sherry. Baked snack crackers. Yes, with your shield. There was this bar and restaurant where I used to live before I moved back in with my mom. They've since closed from COVID and stuff. But they had the best chicken fajitas I've ever tasted in my life. The best. They were so good. They were expensive, but they came with all the fixings. Like, oh man, and it came out like on this like sizzling plate. And it was like the chicken, the peppers, the onion, whatever else was in there, and then the cheese on the side that you can do it. Tomato you can add to it if you wanted to. It was on the side, and sour cream and whatever else. Like, it was so good. Made Spanish rice from scratch too. Nice. Got a rotisserie chicken from Wally World. We did a rotisserie chicken with fresh rosemary grown in the pot over there in the plant, and butter in a rotisserie the other day, and it was freaking delicious. Excuse me, it was so good. Yeah, you and me both. 4. Sherry. Spanish rice is very like, it's a very specific type of rice. It's good. I like it. I watched a video of this place. I think it was in New York or something like that. They do burritos. The burritos look banging, but they refuse to put rice on it in any of the burritos. They don't put any rice. They only do beans and whatever meat and stuff you want, and veg. They just don't do rice. It's Stir Friday. All right, I like that. 4. What are you stirring up? How'd it go the other night, Sherry, with the tornadoes? What kind of stir fry? I knew stir fry, but chicken stir fry, nothing happened. Better to be on the safe side and get the safety than not. Right? Always. No matter what. Get the safety first, everything else later. I will say this. I was watching some stuff on the Boxing Day tsunami, earthquake and tsunami that happened off of the coast of Sumatra in Indonesia back in 2004. And man, was that, like, that whole chain of events was just terrifying. Earthquake was so powerful. It was a 9.1 on the Richter scale. A 9.1. That's a very powerful earthquake. That is very, very powerful. It destroyed the Banda Aceh, I think, like in Indonesia. Like, it just destroyed it initially from the earthquake alone. From that power, it was right off their coast. But it was, unfortunately, it was 19 miles deep in the ocean off the coast, which created a massive tsunami. And that just, like, I mean, it killed over 250,000 people instantly. And more so from diseases and stuff like that now at this point. But yeah, over 250,000 people died that day. Boom, that quick. It was bad. And they were interviewing people from that, like, survived that whole thing. One person in particular that was in Banda Aceh in Indonesia that recorded the earthquake and the tsunami and survived it, which is incredibly rare. If not, like, almost seems impossible, but he did. And the way he talks about it, he's just, you know, they're showing his footage, it's just like, holy crap, man. That's nature at its worst. That is nature just. I don't know about the Tom Holland movie. I'm not sure about that one with your shield. I know that they did make a movie about said earthquake tsunami, and it was Nicole Kidman was in it, and Ewan McGregor was in it, and I think it was called Tsunami. It was pretty good, but nothing beats the real footage. Like, it's not like to bring the mood. It's not. It's part of nature. It's part of the planet that we live on. That's how, you know. And unfortunately, they don't know when they can't predict earthquakes. So like, they were saying that earthquake was building and building for millions of years, and it just the continental plates just had enough. They just gave. In that particular moment, on that day, on that morning, and it just unleashed hell. Hey, what's up, Radical? Thank you for joining. I'm curious about the Tom Holland one, though. And like, you know, in Japan, when well, that's a whole different story. We'll stay on the in the Indian Ocean. They didn't really have a lot of warning systems set up prior. Back in 2004, they had some. They at first, like, they were like, there's no tsunami or whatever. But then they very quickly were like, oh, no. There's a tsunami warning. And by that point, it was kind of too late. Banda Aceh was done. They were done. It was, the earthquake was deep enough off and far enough off the coast and deep enough in the ocean that it hit Banda Aceh within minutes after the earthquake. The tsunami did. The tsunami hit within minutes. They didn't have much time to get to higher ground, unfortunately, and it destroyed everything. Everything. It was bad. And then Thailand, I think, was next. And Thailand, unfortunately, was far enough away from the earthquake that they didn't feel any even tremors from it, but they got slammed by the tsunami. The Impossible? Okay. That sounds like the same movie that we're talking about, honestly. Was Tom Holland a kid in this movie? That sounds like the same movie. Yeah. So he was a kid in it. So yeah, it's the same movie. It's a good movie. Ewan McGregor was the dad. Nicole Kidman was the mom. And Tom Holland would have been one of the kids. I didn't even know I didn't know that one of those kids was Tom Holland. It was a really well done movie to capture it. Yes, that's the same exact tsunami that I'm talking about. Yep. And unfortunately, tsunamis, earthquakes in that area are common, not nearly that strong. This was This was one of the most powerful earthquakes. Naomi Watts. So sorry. Yes, Naomi Watts. You're right. Not Nicole Kidman. Naomi Watts was the bomb. Earthquakes were common in this area, but not nearly that strong. 9.1 is one of the most strongest earthquakes. It was one of the most strongest earthquakes ever documented on this planet. And the area has, they haven't really ever experienced, the Indian Ocean's never really experienced a tsunami like that. Or a tsunami really at all. Documented. And a lot of the people that were there, that were tourists, that lived there, they had no idea. The ocean went way out. It went way out. I'll just tell you guys, when the ocean goes way out within minutes, you have to run for your life. And I mean right away. You have to start running as fast as you possibly can off the beach and get away and get to higher ground. That's not normal. That means a tsunami's coming. A lot of people were just on the beach. They had no clue what was happening. Where at? With your shield? Where was that at? Thank you, Sherry. He's being an idiot. She's it. Sponsorship. Specifically Pepper Jack. These are good. I gotta stop eating. They're really good. I didn't buy them, so I gotta stop eating. If anyone's that's in here right now have not seen The Impossible, the movie, it's a great movie to see. In Japan, earthquakes and tsunamis are extremely common. In fact, Japan is one of the most protected countries in the world against tsunamis and earthquakes and tsunamis. They have to be. They absolutely have to be. And they definitely had the worst tsunami I've ever seen in my life. Happened in 2011. They had these massive 8-foot, 10-foot walls, tsunami walls built in some of their towns and their cities, and the tsunami just overpowered those walls like they were nothing, as if they weren't even there. And with that, they would over cars, SUVs, ships, huge boats, ships, just spilling over the wall as if they're toys, as if they're little Matchbox toys. Yeah, he probably didn't know what was happening. Probably didn't understand what was going on. Especially if you don't feel the earthquake, if you don't feel the tremors from it. You know, especially the people in Thailand in this situation back on Boxing Day, 2004, they didn't even know an earthquake happened well off the coast of Sumatra. It was hundreds of miles away in the middle of the ocean. They had no clue. It was just another day to them. And then all of a sudden, it's not just one wave, it's multiple waves. Because it happens the way the earthquake hits, and it's that driving force of like two plates, massive plates, going over, and it's like this, boom, 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 and each time, it's pushing. If it's deep enough in the ocean, it's pushing that water upwards, and then it's sending it very quickly with so much energy racing towards the coast, whatever coast is in its path. Yeah, that's scary. They say it's a lot like like being inside a washing machine. If you were inside of a washing machine with like projectiles, like trees, glass, everything you can imagine, all kinds of debris that's blasting through the water at you, and you're trying to stay afloat. That's terrifying. I mean, it's the power of water is obvious. I hope that's obvious to a lot of us that water is very powerful, but when it's moving with that energy force from an earthquake like that, especially a massive earthquake, there's really, you're not going to stop it, but you can try to control it with the walls and stuff like that. I mean, granted, would it have been much worse without the walls there? I don't know, maybe. But the fact is that like they built those walls being like, oh, this will be enough. They spent like hundreds of millions of dollars building those walls, and they weren't enough. Nature will always, always, always do what it has to do, whenever it has to do it, to rebalance itself and take things back. It always will. No matter how drastic, it will always do it. And there's nothing we can do about it. So my thing is like, don't fight against it. Don't fight against it. Respect it and go with it. The whole wildfire situation to me is just beyond belief, because it's like, why there's these massive electrical equipment things that are prone if you don't take care of them, you don't spend money to take care of them, to keep them up to date, they're going to spark, and they're going to eventually, like, especially with high winds, they're going to give. Eventually one of them will give, and it just takes one, and then now you have a massive wildfire on your hands with winds that are relentless and unlimited fuel and dryness everywhere. Let's do the math here. Oh, and then let's send human beings in there as firefighters, and let's try to stop it and contain it. How about no, Scott? No. No, it's going against nature. We have to stop going against nature. Yeah, with your shield, I'm gonna go ahead and say, don't be in any kind of body of water with your dad anymore. It seems to not end well for you. just stay away from that. Your dad, body of water equals not good. Dude, get out of here. A-hole. It's so beautiful out. Oh my God, I love it. Mark my words, July, August, I'm gonna be like, it's so hot. No, I'm sure, but yeah, the one guy, he was saying like, you know, he got trapped, his legs got trapped by debris, and they actually hurt, they damaged his one leg was severely damaged. Like, it was really bad. Like, he was, like, it was bad. But that debris that was against his legs, that was hurting his legs, actually saved his life, because when the waves came in, you know, it did what it did and then trapped him there. But eventually, when those waves come in, they got to go back out, and they go back out furiously. The sea takes everything back with it, and it's that current would be very strong. And he was saying that most people that he saw that didn't make it, they were being swept back out the sea. That's where they lost their lives, or they were never found, because they were swept back out the sea. And he saw everything being sucked back in, and he's like, oh my God, it's like a toilet. It's just pulling everything back with it. And he's like, I was trapped there by the debris. My legs were trapped, and I was in incredible pain. But he's like, that's ultimately what saved my life, because I was trapped there. The sea couldn't pull me back enough because I was trapped with the debris in my legs. What's going to be your end is you know, making those chicken fajitas and not making enough for all of us. That's going to be your end. Because now I want chicken fajitas freaking so bad. I'm definitely, you know, I live close to the coast. I go down the shore often. I'm by the ocean, and I've been in the ocean a lot in my life. I'm lucky enough to live, you know, very close to, I mean, I'm like an hour and a half away from, maybe, yeah, hour and a half away from any beach around here. I fully get the power of the ocean, that's for sure. I mean, you can feel it, especially under your feet. You know, your legs and your feet, that's where you feel it the most. And it's pulling. And it's, you know, when the waves are big enough, it's intense. You have to really know, you got to know what you're doing. If you go deep enough, they don't really let you go that deep. You know, lifeguards, they'll whistle you back in because they're trying to protect your life. Because if you get to a point where like you can't swim enough, they don't know who can swim and who can't. they're like, you got to come back in. And if you don't listen within like 2-3 whistles, they're coming out there, and then they're going to pull you back in themselves, because then it's going to be up to them to rescue your ass. And it's like, people just don't get that they're putting their lives on the line too. And I can feel it. I respect it, the power of it. I don't really like being in the ocean. It's disgusting. It stinks. It tastes like crap. I mean, it's disgusting. It really is. Like, the ocean skeeves me. It's so gross. I'm sorry, but it does. It's so gross, man. Everything about the ocean skeeves the hell out of me. But when I was younger, I'd be in there a lot more. I'd be like, swimming and like diving into the waves and stuff, like splashing around. And you could feel the power. I could feel the power of it. Well, if you don't, going in waist deep, I mean, you don't need to swim if you're waist deep. You really only need to swim if you're, if you're over, you don't technically need to swim until you're in deep enough water where it's above your height. Technically, if you know how to swim. But swimming also is a lot about treading water as well. Some people just panic. But it's also the current and the undertow that can take a lot of people off guard. And unfortunately, when you're stuck in that situation, if you are, and you're caught off guard, because the ocean is, the ocean is so much more, it's the most powerful body of water that you can be in, without a doubt. There's so many different variables. And if you don't know what you're doing, bam, it's done. You're done. You are done. And I've been in the ocean, in the sea, like in the Caribbean, on the coast here. It can get rough. It can get really rough really quick. I've swam in bays and rivers, but the ocean is by far it's the most difficult to swim in, because you can be swimming as hard as you possibly can swim, and you drift so quickly, and you're just oriented. You're just thrown off. But in my opinion, if you can't swim it well enough, you shouldn't even be going waist deep in the ocean at all. Don't even go waist deep. I wouldn't even recommend going in the ocean at all. It's disgusting. It's so disgusting. It stinks. The taste of the water is absolutely foul. And there's people pissing and pooping in there all the time. And it's polluted, just like everything else. And it's below your feet, because you're barefooted usually, unless you have water shoes on. There's jellyfish, there's freaking like shells that like cut your feet and like mess your feet all up. Yeah, that's not cool. The ocean sucks. It sucks. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I don't like being in the ocean. In fact, I don't even go in the ocean anymore. I'll go like, a little bit more than ankle deep, but other than that, I don't want to be in that water. It's disgusting, and it just stinks. It's foul. I mean, I wouldn't even recommend getting in rivers anymore. So heavily polluted. No, not for me. Not for me. I mean, I respect the ocean. I mean, 70% of this planet is water, and most of it is ocean. But we've polluted. We've messed the whole water cycle up on this water planet so bad. I don't trust any of it. I don't trust any of it. Look at this squirrel. Like, what you got to eat, man? Look at this fluffy tail. Here's a bunny. Hey, bunny, bunny, bunny. Mr. Squirrely and Bunny getting along. Freshwater lakes? Why do you say that? Like, the worst in what sense? Polluting wise, or I wouldn't trust them either. I mean, I wouldn't trust anything. Like, when I say that, I mean everything about the water cycle on this planet is screwed. The one, the one beacon of life that we have, the biggest resource on this planet, we've completely destroyed. Tracy, what's up? Thank you for joining. How are you? I think I might just cut the rest of this, the back at least. Still on the live stream. Why not? Knock out the rest of this back. I won't cut my neighbors today. I'll wait for that till tomorrow or Sunday. How dare you? Are you gonna be like this? I would do something else right now, but I don't know how. I don't know how. Are you gonna be like this? Yo, what up, everybody? Happy 4th of July! I just had to. I hope you take that. Not so bad. I'm sure there's some people that want to see that. There's plenty of people out there that would want to see that, I'm sure. All these bees. I feel bad like cutting the grass and like getting rid of their whatever they're trying to do, but they're pollinating these stupid weeds. It's like, we don't want these. Red, white, and beads. Four are the best. Red, white, and beads. Yeah, this one actress on Conan and O'Brien, she was like, she's like, I was in New Orleans and like this guy just was like walking by and he just like exposed himself. And she's like, we had beads or whatever. So she's like, I just wanted to get him away from us. So we just started throwing beads at him. And Conan's like, no, that's what he wants you to do. Don't do that. You want me to show you guys my man boobs? No man boobs tonight. All right, guys. What do you say this? I'm gonna stay live. Keep this plugged in on the charger. I'm just gonna move it back. I'm gonna cut this piece of grass here. I don't have to get this done. I'd like to though. It's beautiful out, so it's not like, you know. X-rated horseshoes. How does that go for? How does X-rated horseshoes go? Alright. Let me get this done real quick before it gets starts getting dark. Thank you guys for being here and hanging out. There's bees all around me right now. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh, shoot. It's not the best view, but actually, you know what? Let me turn this around. Be a little bit better. It's a bachelorette game. Gotcha. It's only an 11-hour drive. I'd make that for freaking computers. I like to call them computers. I already cut it here earlier. Chicken fajita smells so freaking good right now. Oh my god. Alright. I'm probably gonna start. Not that you guys have to watch me do this. I mean, this is ridiculous. I'm even doing this in the first place, but I don't want to end the live stream yet. But I just want to get this done. Getting his 10K steps in. Yeah. That's a workout. Alright, I'm gonna move this out of the way. I'm gonna get this up right here. And then the rest. all done. Peach, what's up? Oh wow. Oops. Yeah, somewhat productive day. Yesterday was more productive, but today was also productive. Thank you for being here, buddy. All right. Done. Didn't take too long, but it's a pretty big property. This is pretty decent sized property to do with, you know, a manual lawnmower. Obviously, that was only like part of it. Maybe that was probably like 40% of the yard I just cut. Plus, I do the neighbors. Plus, 2 other properties in the park. Plus, I'm desperately trying to seek approval that I'm a great lawnmower. You know, I don't mind cutting the grass at all when it's this beautiful out. Like, it's just, you know, when it's super hot and humid though, that's painful. It's freaking painful. Absolutely painful. Now, you know, this is the drawback, because the neighbors I didn't cut yet. We agreed to everything. Thank you, Sherry. You guys probably can't even tell on camera. That's not cut on my neighbors yet. Dude, come on. So a lot longer than okay, cut all that to blend in with our property, but I'll probably tomorrow or Sunday or whatever. Hoping to meet up with my buddy on Sunday. That'd be nice to be able to meet up with him and hang out. I haven't even gotten to see his brand new house, so my buddy Brandon, and he's like 20 minutes from me, so he bought his first house. I'd like to see it. Man, it's so nice. And it's like, I was thinking as I was cutting the grass just now, I'm like, man, it'd be great to do a little fire tonight out back. The wind has definitely died down a lot. And I think it's probably going to die down a little bit more as the night goes on, as the evening goes on. And if that's the case, and it stays this beautiful, it's going to be this beautiful already. It's a perfect night for a fire. And we just so happen to have a massive windstorm and rainstorm that knocked down a whole bunch of sticks and branches, plus a crazy wind day out of nowhere that was just gusting like 45 miles, 50 mile an hour winds the other day. And it knocked down a whole bunch of branches and stuff and sticks that got to get burned. So I'm like, it might be a great night for that. The only thing is, I have to stay live for like, it doesn't get dark here until like another hour and a half, but I could probably, in an hour from now, it'll be getting dark enough where the fire will be fine. Plus I can do it. It's Friday, so. I don't know how you guys feel about a fire back here, but I haven't done one in a while, especially live. I haven't done a fire back here in a long time. But it's just so peaceful. It's so nice. It's very nice. Very nice and peaceful. I figure we're already around that time, like an hour from now, I'd say. I could probably start it, but I can get it set up within the next like 10 minutes or so. When I set up, I just got to set up, you know, the chair's already out here, the plug's already out here and everything. I just got to get the extension cord, the ring light. I got to set the grill up where I put the fire. Got to get some of the logs out, get the sticks all out, and set the hose up just in case. Pull the hose back out just in case for water. And probably, I don't know if I have any bug spray. That's going to be the biggest thing. Because the mosquitoes are going to get nasty again. They're already starting to get nasty. I may actually start a new live stream though for that, because we've been going for 190 minutes now, 191 now, which is great. But I may start another new live stream for that type of ambiance to capture that. It's been a while since we've done since I've done a fire back here in general, but let alone on a live stream. And I think it's special. I think it's really awesome. I think it's very relaxing for me, hopefully for you guys, especially on a weekend type day. Let me fix my brow. And I just cut the grass, so obviously it'll be at its shortest, which is nice. So no fire risk. Plus, it's not dry here. It's wet enough around here where it's fine. The wind has died down tremendously. I mentioned a game night possibly over the weekend. I don't think that's going to be tonight, but hopefully at some point. I'm hoping I can get to my buddy Brandon's place on Sunday, and he'll allow me to live stream there. He probably won't mind that, but I'm going to try to do some games then, either tomorrow or Sunday. That's what I'm hoping for, game wise. But hey, maybe even who knows? Who knows? Guess what I'm thinking of is real simple, you know? And yeah, we're at 7:30 now. Almost 7:30 now. Almost 7:30 now. Debating. The fire setup would not be too bad. I can probably, within 5 minutes, I can get a lot of it done. Like all set up. You know, the biggest thing is lighting back here, because it gets super dark at night. So in an hour and a half from now, it's going to start getting super dark real quick. And once that happens, the fire gives off a certain amount of light, but I also have to keep that fire going, which is distracting from the live stream. And you know, I would love, my neighbor's great at keeping the fires going. She loves doing them too, but she does not want to be on a live stream at all. But I think her and my neighbor went out. She had to run a whole bunch of errands. I think there's more sticks somewhere. Hello, Alexis. Alexis. Let me check on the microphones. Stand by, folks. Boo. Hello, Alexis. Boo. Hello, Alexis. Stop charging. Stop charging. It's so beautiful out. I gotta keep checking in with myself and just how beautiful it really is. I love this weather so much. This is my ideal weather. I really, I can't, I couldn't ask for a better day than today. It's so beautiful out. So beautiful out. What do you think, Sherry? You think, well, I'm most likely gonna do a fire. Alexis, welcome. Thank you for joining. How are you? My question would be, um, you think I should keep this live stream going? Maybe go for like a record? Not a record, but you know, go for, I haven't done a long live stream in a long time. Or start a new one up and hopefully get a rush of people, a new rush of people. I know it'd be fine by you either way. I'm just thinking out loud here. I'm thinking maybe a new live stream would be better. Just off the top of my head. I mean, we already got 15 likes, but I don't know. I don't know. My phone's got a charge too. It's at 43%. We're charging now, but if I keep going, I probably have to charge my phone up a bit for the next like hour. If I can do that, put it on low battery mode, and I can start a new live stream at that point. Get this thing charged back up, and then get the lighting all set up, get the fire going, the fire set up at least, and then get the fire going prior to doing the live stream. I'm at 43%. All right, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna start another live stream here in a little bit, probably less than an hour from now. I'm gonna get my charge on, get the fire all set up. Stay tuned, folks, for a fire out back. Thank you all for joining. I'm gonna leave you guys with what I always leave you with. That's, of course, be kind to others, but most of all, be kind to yourselves. It's another self-compassion. Please stay tuned. Please stay tuned. Oh, actually, we might do some hot dog roasting as well. Got some hot dogs I can roast out in the fire as well. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Sherry, I will see you in a bit. Sherry, love you.